Everybody is having an amazing day so far. It is going to be probably an interesting rest of the week here, especially with non-farm payrolls tomorrow, more developments with the new tax bill, and then also some additional announcements with any new trade deals, which we are getting right now. The rally that you are seeing in the market is based off of, again, Trump announced that they signed a deal with Vietnam. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys didn't hear that already, I'll probably have to repeat myself. Hopefully everybody is having a good morning. We're looking for a pretty eventful rest of the week here. Not in terms of probably new positions here, just because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to take on risk going into a long weekend with NFP, with the tax plan. I think it's getting voted on the 4th of July, but I'd have to confirm that. New trade deals coming out. The reason why you're seeing the market getting this nice push up here over the last few minutes is Trump did just announce that they signed, I think, a trade deal with Vietnam here. A lot of interesting movements across the board. For those of you guys that held Apple this morning, congratulations. For those of you guys that held UPST, congratulations. Really nice movements across the board there, guys. Congratulations to all of you guys in the LTMP group. I mean, again, how many more of these do you want me to show you? I'll just keep doing it. I'm going to keep handing out the best trades in the market for everybody, and you guys can just keep doubting how good a lot of this stuff actually is. But actually, let's check. I saw that. Let's take a look at Uber here. Yeah, Uber's starting to look good. DraftKings, I tweeted this one out yesterday. I mean, technically, if it holds above the 10 today, it will still be valid, but that is a wild candle off of that upgrade there. But ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. As always, if you guys have any questions about trading, investing, the market, anything, that's what I do these streams for, to help you guys out. And make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it, helps me out a whole lot in spreading these streams out to some more people who actually want to learn here. So much nonsense and garbage out there in the social media space, guys. Hopefully I can help you guys really take full advantage of what this market has to offer, because if you can analyze the market in the proper way, you're going to have a lot of success. And we're going to talk about one of those things today here, but we do have that 100 like goal on the stream. So let's see, how are you doing over here so far? We're doing all right. You guys are slacking a little, but it's all right here. Let's see what we got in here this morning. How am I? I'm doing good, Launch. How you doing, man? Let's see. We got Eddie, Gerald, Rogue, Mo, Launch, Dr. Bob. A lot more of you guys in here being quiet. Yeah, doing good. I have no open positions right now from a trade perspective. You guys know how I felt about Apple yesterday. I am a bit surprised that after the craziness that we saw in these first two candles, that we did end up continuing higher today, but that's fine. I mean, I'm fine with taking my gains and running on that one after the really nice movements that we've seen. UPST, really great work, guys. Just across the board this week, I would say you guys are being a little bit degens from holding this UPST here after it invalidated below Monday's low. But again, I know a lot of you guys are up multi-100% on that move as well. Again, you guys want to come into the group, get 50% off your first month. It's literally only $1 a day. The link is at the top of the live chat, but we'll talk a little bit more about that later. What I want to talk about first, to kind of start everything off here, is this name right here, Oscar Health. I tweeted this out yesterday. For those of you guys that don't follow me on Twitter, it's just short to VIX2. I can actually probably give you guys a link to that if you guys aren't following me there yet. Here you guys go there. There's the link to my Twitter account. Make sure you guys are following over there. But I tweeted this out yesterday. I was like, wait, so you're telling me I shouldn't buy hyped up retail names at the top after they doubled in 2 months? This is the problem that I see a lot of traders make. It's just these normal psychological mistakes that they just can't get out of their system. They're like, ooh, everybody's talking about this one stock. It's moving to the upside very aggressively. That means I should buy it. The exact opposite reaction is what you should have, is stay far away, because like you could see these runs, you could see it move up nicely here, but again, what goes up 99% of the time must come down. Now, to make this clear too, if you bought up here, Oscar could go from what, 20 to 50, 100 the next day. And to me, that really still would not even matter, because what's interesting is that retail, and I think most people, are really bad at thinking in terms of generalities. Like, they can't, they're unable to be like, think in terms of like probabilities over a large data set. I'll be like, well, yeah, but like a lot of the time, like when you see these names get hyped up like this, they're probably going to come crashing down and it's not going to end well. And that's what's going to happen most of the time. And they're like, yeah, but this one didn't work. And it's like, yeah, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if one works, because even if that one that does work, it's still not going to make you enough money to counteract all the other times if you were to behave in the market that way. Like you're not going to make money long term. So it's like, think about the whole data set, not just the outcome of one thing. That's why I tell the group all the time, it's like the outcome of one individual trade to me is meaningless. I don't care, because I know what to expect over time if we start to operate in the market the same exact way. I know what to expect. I know my winners are going to be massive and my losers are going to be tiny. So I can go into, again, when the market does give me the flashing green light, which today is a yellow light out of the market, because again, we have long weekend, we have non-farm payrolls tomorrow. What's that? AMAT. I kind of like it. I mean, I'd be fine with taking some small positions today, but I'm really not all that excited about doing anything until we get through NFP. I kind of want to see how this looks. Just on the chain here. See how that looks. Kind of like that. I kind of like that. I mean, that's a decent one there. It's a little spready. It's a little spready. Market's looking interesting though. I don't know. If I do anything, it's going to be small. Just like I was telling you guys in the pre-market plan, it's like, just be careful with what we have going in over the next few weeks here. Or really just today and tomorrow. So, just be careful. Just be careful, guys. Yeah, non-farm payrolls tomorrow. We did see the ADP employment report come out today as well. And that did show a decline in payrolls when the market was expecting them to go up, which is not what you want to see. What do we else we got in community gains? Oh my God, Sammy, dude. All right, I need to give a big shout out to Sammy over here, because Sammy is one of our new members to the Less Trades More Profits group, and it's just a testament to just like how good this stuff actually is. And if you pay attention to the content in the learning curriculum videos, just how fast you can pick this up and start making money for yourself. Like, Sammy, this is the second trade or the third trade that I've seen out of Sammy in like the last 2 weeks, a giant multi-100%er. This one is Nike at 413%. I know you nailed Datadog for over 300%. You just nailed UPST as well. That was pretty nuts. I mean, dude, this is just unbelievable, man. Congratulations, dude. That's just awesome. Like, it's just, I cannot, it is mind-boggling to me that more people don't operate in the market this way, but it's like, all right, if you want to go out and lose money, you can. If you want the tools to have long-term success, you know where to go. Let's see. But yeah, let's see. Let's start talking about some of these other names here. Palantir, how's this one looking today? I mean, that is still a very bearish looking chart here. Watch out in the short term on this one. You could easily see this one move down to 118 around there. Let's take a look at Sofi. I was looking at this one. Ooh, Sofi could actually give us an interesting setup over the next few weeks here. So watch this one. Sofi's still looking really solid today. And then Tessie, I mean, it did have some decent delivery numbers here, but up 4.5% on the day, bouncing off the 200. That's not bad. AMD bouncing off the 10 EMA there. I was hoping that we were going to get this nice period of consolidation coming in. I mean, we didn't end up seeing that. Semis were a little bit weaker yesterday, but one of the reasons, and this is one of the things that we talked about in the private stream this morning, was July is seasonally a decent month for markets, but it's a weird one because you do see some rotations happen. So that's why when I outlined things for you guys like Pfizer yesterday. And what else? Like UPS, you guys hit. That was another really good one. Some of those can actually get some catch a bid because the market is going to be looking for things that actually have a little bit more meat on the bone. Seems like more interest rate cuts are on the way. So does it make sense to invest in Morgan Stanley? I mean, the thing with banks in terms of rate cuts, it's like technically, if you were to look at it, it balances out. So like if rates are lower, they're going to do more volume in transactions. If rates are higher, they're going to do less volume, but they're going to be able to collect more interest, you know? So it balances out. I think banks in general are going to like rates to the downside, but if you look at like JP Morgan should be up this morning just because of the buyback. Yeah, banks are at the highs. I mean, I can take a look at Morgan Stanley here. It looks good. I mean, that's a very, very bullish chart. Would this be something that I want to, I mean, that's a nice breakout too at the highs. But banks aren't typically something that I want to trade, you know? Size 0 AMAT trade? Yeah, that could be a fun one. That looks great. That looks like a really, really solid chart there. DraftKings, a little disappointed in because I wanted to be able to get this break to the upside, and it just, for some reason, decided to nuke today. And I was like, well, I guess I can't look at this one anymore. That's annoying. AMAT looks really good here. Let's see if it can continue. Market's looking good here. Yeah, they're gonna screw with me on this. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, is there anything else coming through the feed right now? Let me take a look. I don't think so. Let me see. No, nothing else coming through the feed. EIA, no, that's just refinery stuff. Made a trade deal with Vietnam, that's it. Again, we did hear from Basin. We are going to see a flurry of trade deals coming over the next 2 weeks here. SBFM looks like it could pop. Let me look. It's a penny stock biotech, guys. This is not what I look at ever. I'm not a fan of those. Unless you have some sort of really crazy edge and expertise in biotech, you should not be going near those. That's why I don't go near them. I think again, it would be arrogant of me to come into the market and try and compete with people that have the expertise in the biotech space. Maybe they worked at these companies. Their whole career is based on a lot of these drugs. In the understanding the FDA approval process, for me to come in and say, oh, let me just come in. These are, oh, I messed that up. For me to come in and say, I'm going to go compete with them. I don't think that's right. Like, not a smart thing to do. In a 10-bit. It has SBFM has a market cap of 7 million. Dude, please don't bring these up on my streams, please. AMAT, good start there. Let's see if the market can continue through these highs here. That would get very, very, very interesting. Yeah, the other thing too is we were thinking about the dollar today as well. Reese, what's up, buddy? How you doing? We're thinking about the dollar in terms of, like, remember, the way that you want to think about the dollar charts right now is flow of money globally. When you see the dollar declining like this, remember, this is versus a basket of 6 other currencies. Okay? So when you see the dollar decline like this, and you see all of these other signals showing us that money is flowing out of the US, well, at some point, and when I did say it was going to be right around when the market breaks all-time highs, you can start looking for bottoms in the dollar. and especially when rate cut expectations start to go up a little bit, that's when you can kind of be like, all right, you might see this local bottom in the dollar start to form, because that's going to show us that all that foreign money that was flowing out of the US in Q1 and also Q2 is started to come back, because they're realizing that there really is no alternative. The reason why a lot of these emerging markets and foreign markets were outperforming US markets this year was not because of the fact that they're doing so much better fundamentally than US based businesses, but because of the additional demand that was coming into those markets from all of that capital being repatriated, which is just like selling in the US, taking that money back to your home country. So we might be seeing it here. I don't really see it at like enough yet. Ooh. We're getting a wick. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, I didn't see any news come through on that either. Well, let's see. Yeah, congratulations to everybody that's hopped into the group. I mean, you guys have really been crushing it. Like, dude, I have never seen a group of traders, like, especially Sammy. Like, obviously it's nice to see all of you guys that have been in there with me for a while, like, crushing it. But like the new people being able to come in and just understanding, okay, watch the course videos, ask me questions, and then like when we start having these great setups, being able to execute on them. Like Sammy, 413% on Nike, that's no joke, man. 100% on UPST, 240% on Chipotle, 100% on Starbucks, 47% in the last week with the group. Jesus. I didn't even see this one. 460% on Hurt. Dude, this is, that's crazy. That's ridiculous. Guys, if you aren't in there with us yet, I don't know what you're doing. It's literally $1 a day. Like, here's a link. Use code July. Hop in there with us if you guys are ready to change your performance in the market. The next couple of weeks could be really fun, especially as we get into earnings season too. Let's see. Did Palantir get a move up off of that? Yeah, kind of, but that's not looking too hot there. That is not looking too hot there. We'll see. It could always get ripped back up. Retail in the market just in general loves this one. Yeah, that ADP report, first negative print since March 2023. I do want to check one thing here, though. What are rate cut expectations doing? I wouldn't expect them to move a whole lot until NFP. Oh, wow. We're really pricing in 3 rate cuts by the end of the year now. Yeah, that's interesting. 46.7% probability of 3 rate cuts this year now. That's interesting. It's not changed a whole lot from like yesterday, but it is moving up, because I haven't looked at that in like a week. Yeah, AMAT looks really good there. Let's see what happens. Trump, we will be able to sell our product into Vietnam at 0 tariff. United States of America will have total access to their markets for trade. Vietnam will pay the United States a 20% tariff on any and all goods sent into our territory. So that's new developments out of the Vietnam trade deal there. So we aren't going to be paying anything, but they are going to be paying 20%. Interesting. Market's liking that right now. What else? AMAT's looking for new highs. That's good. Cool. Let's see. You mean like the S&P 500? Yeah, it's moving. Or just like SP. I don't know what SP is. Yeah, no, that's nothing. Yeah, any questions you guys have, let me know. That's what I'm here for. And again, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot spreading these streams out here. We do have that 100 like goal. I think we have enough time to do it today. We might be able to do it today with you guys. That would be fun. Hit 100 likes on the stream. Let's see. This is another one. Vietnam will pay United States a 20% tariff on any and all goods sent into our territory. What was it before? And a 40% tariff on any transshipping. What was it before? Reese, yeah, I do. That's kind of what I was talking about this week. I think Sofi kind of flatlines for a week or two. Does anybody know what the Liberation Day tariff was on Vietnam? Let me look. to find this. Because I want to see what the number was before and now. Vietnam. Oh, wow. No. Not 46 was the U.S. discount. Hold on. Is that what it is? Yeah, 46. So that's way low. So it's about half. And then 40% on the transshipping. So the market's going to like that. Jimmy, what's up, buddy? How you doing? And then tax plan. So there's another. All right, I'll give you guys a freebie. This is another one that I'm looking at here. I don't know where yet. Nothing yet here, but the end phase could be interesting. Because the reason for this drop right here was off of the some of the details of the tax plan as it relates to solar, and some of those were getting removed and kind of changed around in this new bill. So if the bill does get approved in the House, I think you could see a nice little movement to the upside there. Hey, Matt, new highs. There we go. There we go. Yeah, market pushing for the highs here. Interesting. So yeah, like I'd be all right with like one thing, which I kind of did, but these have weird spreads on them. They're like not gonna move very well, but until they do. You hit Apple and Tesla today, made $1,200. Attaboy. Yeah, well, Apple, remember, was one of the best trades from this week. I don't know where it is now, but we do have that. Yeah, so guys, this is where I outlined Apple for everybody in the group, 203.65 this week. You got that break to the upside. I was selling a lot of them up in here, around like 209. And then again, as I kind of was AMAT really ripping there. Hello. As I was talking about with you guys yesterday, when the market started moving aggressively to the upside and Apple started to go through the floor, I was like, I'll just take the rest of the gains on this and be done. Hood is hot. Yeah, Hood is hot. And again, Palantir not really moving on this. I do think Sofi could be an interesting one over here. Yeah, AMAT looking good. AMAT looking good. The other thing too, mini and normal S&P. Okay. So what I have up here is the futures. SPX is the actual S&P 500 index. SPY is the ETF. I just like the futures chart just because you can see after hours on all the chart. There's micros as well, but for futures. So there's minis and micros. I just like the futures chart because I can see rollover makes things a little bit weird on this continuous chart. So every once in a while I'll pull up SPY, but like I can see there's no big gaps in this chart, which I like. Yeah. I can look at Kava. How's that look? Yeah, that actually looks pretty nasty. I like that. That's an interesting one. But yeah, Jimmy, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody in the group, man. I mean, I try and show you guys just like time and time again on these streams here and the tweets and everything, like just how powerful the stuff we do in that group is. And it's when the market gets even a little hot, it's just print city, dude. I've never seen anything like it. Ever. Yeah, where are yields? Are yields backing off of that? No, not really. That's a great start on AMAT there. Let's see if that can continue. That'd be cool, especially if the market pushes above these highs here, starts to go for 62.71 about. That would be very interesting. And then also, where's this bad boy over here? Chipotle. It's coming down a little today, but you guys are making some really good gains on that one over the last couple days here. That one I didn't take, but that was another one from the watch list. Can I explain Tesla a bit, what to expect? I will trade Tesla, but I will not own it. It doesn't mean that it can't go up. It's not going to go up for like the right reasons, if that makes sense. Like Tesla right now, with what Elon Musk is about to do, I think has a lot of risks. A lot of risk to it. It's just not for me. I don't want it in my portfolio. You have all these people on the internet that are just spewing garbage about how it's not a car company, even though the vast majority of their revenues are going to come from vehicle sales. And in order for them to continue to do the other elements of their business that they want to do, like robo-taxi and all of these other things, it's like, well, they need vehicle sales. Vehicle sales haven't been great. I mean, I think the delivery numbers today were decent. But at the end of the day, you're also going to have a situation where Elon, if he creates his new political party, you're going to have both the existing parties that are most likely going to remain in power just coming after him all the time. Is that bullish for Tesla? No. You know, it's like, I think there's a lot of risk there. 30% on AMAT? Nice. You get next week's? You get next week's there? I don't know what I'm up. I'm up 19. I'm up 19. We'll see what happens with it. I mean, I like it. It's a great chart that I'm willing to be involved in. See what we can get on it, you know? I'm not really all that excited about trading things into NFP in the long weekend, but, you know, there's always that opportunity for more trade deals, interesting reaction to non-farm payrolls, which today, like I was telling you guys, like, when you see a negative payroll like we just saw on ADP, the market can easily initially react negatively to it, but what does it actually say about projections for monetary policy moving forward? Well, it's increasing the argument for rate cuts, which I think the market is going to like. So any dip that you see off of like payrolls being lower than expected or the unemployment rate moving up, I think the market buys that, or it just moves up initially. You know? And we've talked about that a few times where it's like, you can see a little volatility on NFP, but like I really wouldn't expect anything crazy to happen, you know? Hey, Matt, is that new highs? That's close. The other thing is too, for those of you guys that aren't in the group with us yet, if I'm outlining stuff on streams and I'm talking about things, don't touch them. Don't touch them because you don't know what you're doing. The reason why everybody in the group is able to have so much success is because they understand the exact reasons why they're entering the trade, how they're going to manage it when they're in it, and where and why they're going to exit. Do I think UPST will hit 100%? You're up 35%? You mean on shares? I don't know, man. I mean, the one that I gave out to everybody, I saw people being up 200-something% already. So if you're only up 35% on UPST, you were chasing and you probably shouldn't be in that one. You know? Which, DB, I think you're in the group with us, aren't you? Like, UPST here, I mean, ran through that first target there off that break. Like, this was an epic one. Which, actually, technically the break was here. The large dip in the S&P an hour ago, it was the payroll data. It was payroll data. That's all that was. It was an initial reaction. Again, it gets bought back up because the market's going to price in more cuts. And then you got the Vietnam trade deal announcement, which is going to further send this one higher. Now we have to see if the market wants to continue reacting to this, or, which what I think is a little bit more likely, is we start to see the market just kind of brace itself for non-farm payrolls coming in tomorrow, which is big. You know? And again, for those of you guys filtering in right now, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot. We've got a 100 like goal on the stream today. It'd be really cool to hit that. That'd be pretty fun. We're almost at 50. AMAT, I think that's new highs. What are these up right now? They've got to be up a little bit, you know? Ooh, 25%. Nice. This is not AMAT is not a big position for me at all. I'm really not looking to do anything crazy here. If it hits, again, the way that we do things, we can always turn small amounts of money into very large amounts of money. Quickly. Very quickly. Especially as we're getting into earnings season. Yeah, I wouldn't chase that, you know? You never want to chase. Like, you guys realize when you guys see it all the time, it's like, all right, if the fact that I decided to not hold Apple or I didn't take Chipotle or another one that I gave you guys, There's always more. Like, there is always another one coming in the pipeline, guys. Yeah, I mean, AMAT looking real good here. First target, 194.40, right around there. This would be one that I'd be fine with slinging a little bit. Price target upgrade. It looks good. Looks really good here. I wish this was actually my favorite setup going into today if we could get that break. And I would have been interested in trading some DraftKings, like with some next week expiration, small size, to see what happens. But for some reason, they just wanted to nuke this thing down, which is disappointing because this is a really good looking setup. We also have Uber, though. Uber does look good. Where's Novo today? Chop it around. I want this thing to get back above the daily 10. That's what I want to see on that. Still up nicely on those shares. I don't have the options anymore, which kind of stunk. If I was able to, if we hit 82.50, man, oh my God, the gains over the last few months here would have been so much more. It's all right though. Can't win them all. I'm a little disappointed in Apple, but like I'd make that same decision 10 times out of 10 with the way the market was moving there. If there's any other tickers you guys want me to talk about, let me know. Like I could just sit here and just ramble about stuff all day, but like I want to make sure that you guys are getting your questions answered. What else was I looking at today? Jinko Solar, yeah, that's an interesting one. I don't like this chart at all, the way that it trades, but I am sort of interested in a solar name right now, and this would be like a pure size for zero trade if it breaks. Mainly because Enphase is a wild child, and you got to be very careful with it. And two, you also have this news hanging over its head with the new tax bill and any subsidies that solar may or may not get, you know? So you got to be careful. What are these AMATs up right now? 35%. Wow. All right. So I wasn't really planning on doing much today, but that's good money so far. That's good money. I'll take that, man. I mean, I won't. I'm going to hold it, but it looks real good so far. Looks real good so far. Market getting a little push here. I mean, if you can push into these highs here today, we could be looking pretty. You just, again, if you, like, be careful because NFP tomorrow can be crazy. Nvidia. What would you like to know about Nvidia? Wow. Anybody still in UPST? Damn, dude. Sorry for my language, but wow. I mean, that's another one. I mean, you guys were degenning it. I behaved myself and took a paper cut on it. You guys were like, nope, I'm going to hold it and go make 400% on UPST. All right. But yeah, we can look at Nvidia here. I think LTMP, guys. Yeah, Nvidia looks good here. Your 30-cent AMAT weekly is up 122%. Sam, dude. I love this. I can't explain to you guys how awesome it is to see all of you new people jumping into the group, taking advantage of this sale, and then just doing this stuff. Sam, that's epic, dude. I'm pretty sure that's Sam. I'm like 99% sure. I don't know, though. Sammy, 413% on Nike, 100-something% on, what do you call it? Yeah, he's typing right now. I see you. Dude, it's crazy. Your one contract size for zero. Hey, man, that's fine. That's fine. Be safe. That's the one thing that I was worried about with you from our conversation. I was like, I really hope you, like, come in and take it slow. But I think you coming in and taking it slow has allowed you to generate these types of gains here, which is awesome. So, again, I'll throw that link again for you guys in the live chat right now. Use code July to make sure you're actually getting the 50% off your first month. It's literally only $1 a day, guys. I could charge so much more for this, and I probably will. Once we get into the fall, I think the prices are going to go up significantly for the group. AMAT, I think that's new highs. That's good. Like, Sammy, as well, like, you also have to think, you bought contracts that expire tomorrow. So, like, I almost would just take it. Like, I know it's size for zero. You could sling it, see what happens, but Oh, I'm up a decent amount now. 37%. There we go. Looks good, man. I mean, if we can push through a couple of these zones here, market starts to push above these highs, we could have a lot of fun on that. They moved a little slow to start, but they started to get a little snappy there, which I like. If you're in here not an LTMP, it's $1 a day for your first month. What are you waiting for, Michael? I don't know. Maybe I gotta show them another like 10 more multi-100 and 1,000% gains. Like, guys, YouTube literally demonetized me for talking about how epic these are. Yearly sub? Nope, sorry. Not Sam, behind the scenes guy. Oh, darn, I thought it was you. Darn. No, I'm sorry. AMAT running? Yeah, that's getting a little burst there. What are these up now? 43%? Nice, man. Nice. July 18th, 200, you're up 43%. Wow. It's almost like if you listen to everything that I teach, we buy the exact same strikes. That's the point. That's teaching you guys to be self-sufficient. That is the point of all of this. There we go. It's hard to believe. Romeo, I don't think that was English there, bud. You're making my brain hurt there. Yeah, that's running. That's good. There we go, folks. Well, looks like we caught another gem. We'll see, though. You got to get through NFP, and again, that first target up here is really... If these run up a little over 100% today, I might make them free. And just like, because I don't want to be stressing about it with non-farm payrolls, you know? So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, they're up about 50% right now, 48. So if those do end up running like 120% today, like, all right, I might make them free for NFP so I don't have to stress about it, you know? Oh my God, it's ripping. Oh, look, I wonder why that happened. Yeah, I do want to, Cody, I do want to see Novo get above 70's good, but I do want to see it back above the daily 10. MO? Oh, sweet. There you go. Stressla. No, I mean, we might get another Stressla trade, but I would give it time. Dude, AMAT is going vertical right now. Boom. There we go, team. Oh, man. It's almost like stocks look the exact same. And almost every single time they're about to explode. Oh, I wonder why that happens. I wonder how that works. Dude, I wasn't even expecting to trade today. I didn't even want to trade today. You just hand me a A+ setup. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I have to. 54% on those right now. Thanks, guys. We hit 190 today. I mean, that's probably make it free territory, but we would really need to see the market get up through the highs here for that to happen, I think. There he is. 2 accounts. Let's see. Ooh, we're 10 likes away from 50, almost halfway there to the 100 like goal. Sweet. There we go, folks. You got a nice little runner there. Dude, I wanted DraftKings to do something for us, and it's just not. Nvidia, I really like. What are you expecting out of AMAT today? Nothing. I mean, I don't really have, like, big expectations for anything ever, you know? Like, we got our break. It's off to a really, really strong start. If I'm able to make these contracts free with some profits on the table, like, with also, like, locking in more profits, I probably will. And then I'm just going to kind of go with it. If it wants to continue up to these targets, great. If it doesn't, whatever. Like, remember, guys, the outcome of one individual trade to me is completely meaningless, because when you operate in the market the way we do, it is very likely that you're going to be able to catch these big runners more often than not. And when they don't, you're only going to be down about 10, 20, 30%. But when you're right, you're going to be up 300, 500, 800, 1,000%. That's why everybody's able to have so much success. So I'm just kind of going with it. If it wants to continue up here, great. If it doesn't, whatever. We're just going to keep doing it, you know? But it's cruising right now. We get a little push in the market here, and we get AMAT to 190, I might be able to make them free. But that's an arbitrary number. Like, it's not an actual level on the chart anywhere. I mean, kind of. 190, 150. That'd be a big move, though. It's already up 2.5%. I love how Nvidia is starting to look here, though. You get a nice little fun consolidation here, all-time high breakout on Nvidia. That could be very fun. You know? 230% on AMAT, 213% on UPST. There you go, man. There you go. You did trade AMAT contracts that expire tomorrow, though. So, but 213% on UPST is epic. That's great. That's really good work there. Bull, yeah, is this peaking? Yep, that looks really good. Yep, congratulations to everybody in the group that is in this one now. This was kind of a buy first, ask questions later, or just kind of looking at the chart here, guys. Like, this is we like to call these a basin break with a setup within the setup, you know? Like, when you see this start to set up here, you got a nice period of consolidation. It starts to break above this high. I mean, that's a good spot. Then what did I tell you guys yesterday? If you move up and tap this 200 EMA and you're in shares, you go break even. Once you hit this 1424, if you're able to crack through that area, that's your first take profit area. And after that, you probably want to move your stop up to like right around where the 200 EMA is. And then you're trailing up to 1887 on that. Or you just hold it. Like, if you just want to hold this one, you got a really, really, really solid entry on that. Long-term hold. Launched? Probably not. Well, it's not one that I'm interested in for long-term hold, especially at these levels. You've already gotten the breakouts. So, I mean, the trade on this is already played out. You can do whatever you want with this on this point. All of you guys that decided to like, I'm telling you guys right now, the way that you really shouldn't be in UPST right now. But I know some of you guys, especially on a week like this week, were like, oh, I'm just going to size it for 0 and forget about it. So that's where those big gains can come from. Like percentage returns. Sold a freebie on Chipotle for 200%. Sammy, Jesus, dude. We got to nerf Sammy. He comes into the group and just nails everything. It's great, man. I love seeing that. And all of you guys can do that too. It's not that hard. Once you guys go through the course curriculum videos, you're going to be like, oh, wait, that's all you're doing? Yep. Everybody's like, I'm trying to follow the algorithm that controls the market. That doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Stop. You sound silly. All right, let's see. This is getting a little interesting here in the market. Stout, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Dude, we've been really good. You guys have seen all the games that we've been handing out. It's been fun, man. It has been very fun. We got another one cooking here, but again, with the market here, it's little risky to be doing anything before NFP in the long weekend. But I mean, with the performance that we've had, I'm fine with taking an A+ setup going into it. Like that, I'm fine with. But what I won't do is like how we talk about this too. Like when we go on these big runs, it's like I'm not just gonna start trading nonsense now. Like, if it's A+, all right, fine. I'll size it appropriately, though. He's Michael. Yeah, guys, keep smacking that like button on the way in. We've got a 100 like goal over here. Let's see, 43 out of 100. We're getting there. We are getting there, team. Yeah, aim out, little pullback there, but that's fine. I'm fine with letting this thing cook here. Let's let it go. Market's just kind of fizzling out here, which is kind of like I said before, what I would have expected after that Vietnam trade deal announcement. Let's see. Israeli foreign minister, the time has come to reimpose sanctions on Iran. Didn't we just say we weren't doing that? I don't know, man. There's too much nonsense going on. Oh, man. Here we go again. You get a pista yet? Dude, I still live in Boston. I just, like, it's just still, I'm going to pay I can't drive it here. I see people with cars here, and I'm just like I've seen a lot of people just like bottom them out, and like they're hitting potholes, and it's just like, you know, I don't want to be dealing with that. There are some people. There's like outside of this building, there's like these guys wash like the cars in the garage sometimes, like every other week. So I'll just walk outside and there's just like McLaren, Ferrari, Lambo just like sitting outside, which is pretty cool. If I moved to Florida, I'd get something. Let's see what we're gonna get. It's my favorite phrase there, you know? All right. Let's see what this market wants to do. AMAT looks real strong here. So I'd love to see this thing continue up into the 190s. That would be just a really, really strong start there. But again, with what we've seen so far on this thing, I'm fine with what it's doing. Perfectly fine with what it's doing. I'd like to be able to make this free today. Like in general, if we weren't going into like a non-farm payroll day, I'd be like, oh, I'm just going to hold till 194.40 or a break even. But with this, it's like, I'd like to play it a little bit safer, you know? Let's go golfing. Ralph? He comes in. I still talk to Ralph a lot. I just get so busy, guys. Your brother just bought a Koenigsegg? Nice, man. Which, the new ones? There's what, the Gemera, the Regera, and I think those are the two new ones. I love the, I'm probably pronouncing one, the Agera. You guys, okay, so I've told you guys the story about like how I walked into like a garage one time, and you know that scene from like the Need for Speed movie with, I think his name's Aaron Paul, where like they walk into a thing and they see a Koenigsegg that's like not supposed to be there. Like those cars, guys, are, I believe, I'm pretty sure they're not street legal in the US because they're too wide. So like I walk into this place to like do something and I see it and I'm like, that's not supposed to be here. Bitcoin? Yeah, well, Garrett, it's the same thing. The weekly breakout on Bitcoin is right around 110,600. That's right around where it is. If it breaks that, I think you could easily see some quick movement into the 115s or 120s. APLD, yep. And I'm gonna Ben, I'm gonna look at this and then we're gonna do a little bit of a learning lesson here. Ready? APLD is done. Okay. APLD is probably gonna break down and come back to the 200 EMA. This is another one that retail was hyping up very much over May and June. This thing is, in my opinion, cooked. This is not one that you want to be in right now. If you bought it at the top, you made a very, very bad mistake. Please don't make that again. A lot of the members of my group were in this thing down in here with this breakout. So good for you guys that you guys actually traded that very well. Especially Ryan with that 10% trail and then the 25% trail. That was really good. But here's another one. And this is one that a lot of people were asking me about. Like, somebody please like explain to me how it makes sense to buy a stock that's up 100% in the last month that everybody is hyping up. To me, that doesn't make sense to do. Like, you got to keep yourself safe. If you miss something, that's fine. There's going to be more setups coming. I think a lot of people that come into the market are just like, oh my God, I have to do this right now. And it's like, there's never going to be another setup or good investment ever coming ever again. And that's just not the case. You're going to do more damage to yourself by FOMOing into those than you are just like sitting around in cash. This is one, and it's another good example. This is like HIMS. HIMS is a great example of this. When I was talking about this one at 30 to 31 with this base at the 200 EMA, I like that a lot. I thought that was at a really good risk to reward spot to start entering long positions, and that's what a lot of people ended up doing. But then when everybody starts asking me after it's already run, oh my God, I want to buy HIMS at 50 or 60, I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. If I like it at 30, I really don't, I'm not going to like it 100% higher, you know, because the risk to reward isn't there. You're then hoping that it's going to be able to just muscle its way through all the way, and it just isn't able to. And even at this position, like, all right, so even with all the craziness that you saw with HIMS, it's still above, well above where I was outlining this for people. And that's the point. It's being very, very picky with your entries on these mid to long-term investments, because no matter what happens, I mean, obviously crazy things can happen, but a lot of the time, even if something crazy like this on HIMS happens, you're still very green. So like I have a process that I go through. It's 3 steps. It's like macro, which is the big picture, fundamentals, and technical. So the chart, how does the chart look? And if it doesn't meet that criteria, I don't touch it, no matter what it is, no matter what people are saying about it on the internet, because most of the time, the people that you see on the internet are morons. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't make any money in the market, you know? So social media, especially Twitter, is really good if you know how to use it, but it can also be something that's gonna get you into trouble if you're looking at the wrong types of things, you know? Lyft. What is Lyft doing? Oops. Yeah, that one's probably not going to follow through there. That's not the best look on that one. It's got a good weekly chart, but that one doesn't look like it wants to follow through on the daily there. AMAT still looking relatively good here. What's the market doing? Just kind of flatlining here. 96 to a penny this morning. You might have chased that one. Eight expert. That could have just been spreads. That could have just been the spreads there. Swing smooth. But yeah, let's see. Everybody, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. We're 5 likes away from being halfway to the 100 like target. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoy these streams. I do these for you guys every day at 10:30. And again, make sure you guys are taking advantage of that 50% off your first month sale to the group. I mean, I just called out another one for you guys on the stream here. Another one. There you go. I mean, what am I sitting up on these right now? 48%, 49%. It's a good start. Surge, I haven't been over there in like 2 years, dude. Yeah, AMAT looks really good. But again, it's literally only $1 a day for you guys to hop in. It's like the biggest no-brainer, I think, of all time. Because like I created it for like, because I just see like I don't have to do this. I could just sit here, trade, hang out with you guys. And like the reason why I created this is because you just see all these idiots just like talking about the way to operate in the market and just like really ripping people off for nothing. And the way that they run these things is like it's never actually going to give people the tools that they need to have long-term success. Like you just see it all over social media. It's a lot of garbage. So, and I think a lot of you guys that are in there kind of get like you guys see kind of the way I like to do things is very different. And it's all with the idea of making sure that you guys like actually know what you're doing. That's why everybody's able to have so much success all the time, because they're not like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? It's like, no. They already know what to do. It's very simple. Very simple. Bull's looking good here, guys. Bull is looking really good. There you go. Yeah, what's the market up to here? Yeah, you might, I mean, if you break these highs, you might get a push up to pre-market high here. DG, I didn't take it because of that weird gap, even though, so like that setup was really good. When I got gapped on it, I was like, yeah, I'm probably going to leave this alone, even though I like really like how this chart looks, because it reminds me of Disney. This is what it reminds me of, where it's like slow grind, slow grind, slow grind. And it's just like, it's like false break, false break, false break. Then it rips. And it's like, all right, well, I'd rather not just keep screwing around with it, you know? I'd just rather not do that. Whereas I can take something like AMAT and like sit around and it just looks perfect. Maybe it fails, maybe it doesn't, but right now it looks awesome, you know? Those of you guys that are entering the stream now, do not buy this. I'm gonna have to say this a lot. Like I know it's starting to, you guys are starting to see like over and over and over again that we just have these epic trades that play out, but do not touch anything unless you know exactly what you're doing with them. Don't chase, none of that. Because a lot of the times when you guys are going to be chasing these is when I'm selling. That's not what I want for anybody. We all know, everybody in the group knows exactly what the levels are, where we're looking to buy these things, how we're going to manage them when we're in them, where we're looking to exit, and we go from there. Again, I know it's like, oh, look, we're crushing it all the time, but you got to make sure you know what you're doing. What we might be able to do, no, only on Fridays we'll be able to do this. You guys might get a couple of freebies on the post earnings, but it's going to be hard for you to figure out what we're doing. Is there news on Mara just running with Bitcoin? I think it's just running with Bitcoin. Setup so good, that's the only reason I went in full size. On DG, yeah, I'd probably burn that one, but I'd almost leave it alone. because like I'm not in it. I don't really want that one. It's just like we got that big 700%er on the post earnings on it, and then it really looked like it was going to go again, and then the downgrade is kind of weighing it down there, which is when I got gapped on it. You will be LTMP exit liquidity. I don't want anybody to be exit liquidity. I want you guys to be able to nail these trades too. I want you guys to go be like, oh, look, VIX, I came in, and then in a week later, I'm nailing 400% Nikes, 100% UPSTs, 240% Chipotles, 100% Starbucks, 47% on their account in the last week, 460% on Hershey's. Jeez, guys. Save some gains for the rest of us, dude. Jeez. So, AMAT pulling back a little bit there with the market moving up, but we'll see what happens. Still looks good. What are these up? Like 40%? 42? Looking good. Looking good. I'd love to see another burst on it because it was getting a little jumpy there before. That was fun. That was very fun. So, what else are we looking at? Where's AMD? How's that looking? Yeah, I like the Nvidia setup a lot more. Like, if Nvidia can just kind of flatline here and we can get moving a little. Actually, where's SMH today? Yeah, SMH is starting to break out here. That is going to help because, again, AMAT is semiconductors. So this is another semi trade that we could potentially take advantage of. SPX new highs coming soon. I mean, it's very close, man. Or you're at them. Oh, well, I mean, it's basically the same spot. That's like 3 points on ES. I think I mean, I could look at it on SPX, but you're basically there. Like, you're basically right there on it. So yeah, I mean, it looks good after the trade deal stuff. I would just be careful with NFP coming in tomorrow. That's why I'm being a little bit more cautious with any new trades. Like, after the entering AMAT, I'm not touching anything else. That's not happening. Apple Runner 175% in Target, 170% and still going. Great work, Ryan. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones, guys. Even just this week, like, it's what, 3 days? We had Apple, AMAT, Chipotle. You guys hit Target. What else was it? UPST. That's 5 multi-100%ers. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'll just keep showing you guys how good this stuff is. Yeah, Bull's looking good there. Look at that. Look at that thing go, ladies and gentlemen. Nice. Nice. There's another one. That actually counts too, because that's a trade. There you go. What are you up from entry right now on Bull? You got to be up like 20-something%, right? Because the entry was here. 13. That's not bad. Oh, 20 was... I remember what that was. That was, Michael, your options. That's what it was. Those are probably up a little more now, though. Ooh, 1 like away from 50. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. They probably not, Ryan. They're probably not going to be up that much more than the shares are at this point, because that chain is a little bit funky on Bull. I mean, you are looking for a little breakout here, but you're just kind of pinching. This could go either way. I don't see any news coming through the feed. What else? What else we got here? I mean, AMAT, if you look at this on the 5 minute, it's probably just like flatlining with the market, see? Yep. It's a little extended. We'll see. You bought them on Monday? Yeah. I mean, I still think you're going to... I would not expect to be able to make those free here. If you get up to this 14.24, you probably can. Another $1. That's probably where you'll be able to make them free. And for those of you guys that are not understanding it, make them free means that your position is up more than 100% and you can sell half or more of your position or less to get your initial investment back plus profits. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. If I can do it today on AMAT, I will. If not, it's fine. I'll just hold it. If it loses, it loses. I don't really care. They're up, what, 45%? So I probably need to push over 189 to get close. Really, 190 would probably secure it, but you would need to see the market get very jumpy there, which it doesn't look like it wants to do right now. But that's the thing. It's like every single position that I'm in has the ability to run multi-hundred and multi-thousands of percent. That's why I'm fine with taking them. The risk to reward is just so ridiculous that like it almost always makes sense that if you see an A+ setup, it almost always makes sense to trade it. SMH looks good. Disney actually could give us something, but like, oh, you guys gotta remind. Wait, no. We talked about how to trade all-time highs yesterday, right? You guys in the group. I'm pretty sure we talked about that already. Like the slight adjustments you might have to make. Where's Sofi? Sofi, this could be a fun one coming up soon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. With like sizing and expirations. I'm pretty sure we talked about that yesterday. So, but that's going to be something that we talk about more. We're going to be talking a lot more about the post-earnings strategy as we get into earnings. I mean, the last three that we had were technically 1,200%, but they ran up to 1,500%, 850%, and 750%. So I'm very excited for earnings season to come back. And I think this earnings season is going to be very fun as well. Very fun. AMAT just flatlining here. Short-term capital gains taxes. I pay them. You know? I pay estimates every year. So it's just like, I just pay those. And if it's different by the end of the year, I just pay it. You know? It's just ordinary income. That's all it is. The tax advantages of trading futures are better, but like, you really don't want to be screwing around on small time frames. Which is interesting that they're incentivizing you to trade futures. That's strange to me. So you might get this breakout in the market here. I mean, it's still early in the day. We could have some fun. Double topping this morning? Not really, man. Where? You talking about this? That's all-time highs. I mean, that's... You got a nice setup here. I don't know, man. I'd look more at this ES chart than I would at SPY. Because you've got this. This is kind of arbitrary. This is just like intraday all-time highs. This is actually the high. You know? Very weird look here on the 15-minute, though. Can I use expenses from LCMP to write off? I mean, I could, but like, what expenses do I have? Like... I don't really have much. Like, there really isn't anything. Change the capital gains taxes in the big beautiful bill. I don't think so. I don't think there is. There is something that I can write off, though. That is nice to be able to write off. That if my accountant screwed me on that, I'm going to be a little bit pissed. But I think it's fine. I think we're all good. I asked like 4 times. I was like, so you're saying that I can do this? And he was like, yes. And I was like, okay, just to confirm, just walking you through this one, this is what I want to do. Can I do this? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, then I'm doing it. He's like, good. I'm like, okay. Yeah, just to have a good accountant. I mean, I pay them a decent amount every year to handle everything for me. That's like the one thing I don't screw around with. AMAT just kind of chilling here. I'd like to see this go for the highs again, but this thing got a really nice move. So, I mean, I'll throw an alert at the highs. If it wants to break, it wants to break. If it doesn't, whatever. It's looking good. It's looking real good. Yields backing off the 10. I like that. Market's starting to get a little movement here. Let's see. You break this. Keep the same all-time highs. Yes. Yeah, I could do that. I just, like, if I really want to know where the all-time highs are, I'll just look, you know? It's like this right here. Adjust for contract changes. Oh. Probably should do that. All right. I didn't even know that was there. That would have been nice to know during rollover, you know? All right, I'm gonna put that on there. Because, like, oil was moving weird. So, yeah, I'll have that on there. You guys have any big plans for 4th of July? You guys doing anything fun? I'm still kind of under the weather. I need, like, another day or two to feel not terrible. I feel fine now, though. My friends and I were coming back through New Hampshire, and they're like, should we get fireworks this weekend? I was like, no, we shouldn't. No, we're not doing that. No fireworks. You guys want to do fireworks? I'm staying inside. No thanks. Market, moving. No fireworks for me. I like having my fingers. There we go. Come on. That's the high that you could sneak up towards. Let's see. No, I know. I see it. I just don't really care enough right now. Doesn't really change much for me. So breaking the highs here would be interesting. Oh, AMAT getting a little action. Let's see. Yeah, I'm up like 48% on these. Not bad. It's a good start. I mean, I'm fine with taking a little bit of risk going into NFP. If the market ramps today, I'd love to be able to make this free and then just have a free position going into non-farm payrolls. Because I'd really rather not get knifed, you know? Here she comes. There's the breakout. You just got to see if it holds. You're getting towards that high right now. You're like a tick away. 2 ticks, something like that. Let's see. We're moving. Where's Palantir? Is this thing still being a disappointment to its bloodline? Sorta. I mean, with the market moving the way it's moving, yeah, kinda. That's not a good looking chart here, guys. Everybody was telling me on Friday when I was talking about this candle, they're like, no, it's just rebalancing. I was like, yeah, all right. I don't think so. Like, it's going to be back to 140 next week. I don't know about that. Sofi's still looking really good, though. I love this one. This is a great one. I think this one's going to have a lot of success over the medium to long term. Here comes AMAT looking for those highs again. These are probably up something now. 55%. Boom! Dude, look at us just cruising. Just making money on autopilot here, folks. Love it. I love seeing, and the best thing in the world is seeing you guys being able to just hop in there quick and just be like, oh, yeah, I got it. Boom, let's hit these. That's my favorite thing. Because, like, so many people love to overcomplicate the market. They're like, no, you have to worry about this, that, the other. Look, all these things on your chart, all of this. And it's like, no, stop. Just stop. You know? Keep it simple. You notice how simple it is for me to give these out? It's like, I hate to say it this way, but it's like that, like, scene in the Good Will Hunting. It's like, do you know how easy this is? Like, identifying these is just not that difficult. Everybody else that's just like, you got to know this, that, the other, order flow, unusual this, that. It's like, no, you don't need any of that. Bull. Yup. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's another one. Yeah, so this one, we were talking about this one in the group and kind of on the streams too over the last few weeks here. And the real breakout level for a trade was 1174. I know a lot of you guys are getting it off of this, though. That looks really good. Don't forget AAL. You gave that as well. Where's that? Yep. That looks good, too. That's looking pretty good. First TP up here, right around 12. That's good. Chipotle I gave out as well, too. Hershey's. There's a lot of good ones, guys. Like, it's really countless at this point. Like, I don't know how many more times you guys need to see me do this. So you're like, oh, he probably is onto something here. It's like, I know. I know. It's just funny. I wish more people were trading like this in the market because there'd be so much less failing all the time. You're up 30% on them? Nice. I don't know if I gave AAL. You guys probably just mentioned it to me, and I was like, yeah, that looks good. You know? That's probably what happened on that. Bull, though, was one that we were hunting. That's a real good one. I mean, you've got to be up, what now? Like 15, 16% on shares in 3 days? 14. It's still good. It's still really good. I mean, you're risk-free now. Everybody should be risk-free on bull, on shares. You should not have any risk on this. 1174 stop, or your entry wherever it was. Hopefully right around there. First target, if you're trading it, 1424. Second target, 1886. ARM needs to rebound. Where is it? Things just get drilled. This was a really fun trade from last week too. Though that was a 300. I think that was like 300 something percent there. I gave that one out for free on the streams. PLTO, isn't that like the Chicago one? PTLO. It's like Portillo's. Yeah, that looks interesting. That looks interesting. What's the weekly chart look like? You got earnings coming up. End of the month. That's not that bad. That's not that bad, you know? Meta shorts. Doesn't look good, but you're just resting on top of the 10 here. I really wouldn't be looking to short anything in this market. You know? A lot of you guys just like don't have like a very concrete system with the way that you approach things in the market, and like you guys will see, you hang around here, it's like I just do the same exact thing every single day when the market tells me I can, and that's it. Right now for me, there's nothing on Meta. There's nothing to look at, you know. Let's just do a fake situation. If someone entered bull at 12.13 because they were asleep in the Philippines, where would you put your stop at? Asking for a friend. I would say Swing Smith, that you're a dum-dum and you are now a long-term investor in bull. Even though you're up a decent amount, you should probably still have your stop at break even. I think you've made an oopsie. How many times have you guys heard me say, if you miss it, don't chase it because there's going to be more? And then some of you guys are just like, oh no, just like screw whatever STV says. He definitely doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, you guys make my brain bleed sometimes. You guys hurt. It hurts sometimes, you know? Because then I know that I have to just continuously be a broken record with some of you. And it's like, hey, don't chase, please. I mean, that wasn't that bad of a chase. It wasn't good, though. Like 1170 to 1213, like that's not that bad. All right. I mean, you get a pass on that one. But I'd rather you didn't do that, you know, like, because it's not about you doing it this time. It's like at some point it's gonna bite you, and it's just that like practice of discipline. Like it's probably a more worthwhile exercise to actually not do it and force yourself to sit out than it is to just be like, oh, let's sling it and it works and you make money, you know. Is Tesla setting up? No. Not at all. Not even fractionally. What are these AMATs up now? 55%. Cool. Well, not anymore. We'll see. Looks good. I like it. You get some follow through on that one, we could be in for another gem. Yet another one. So let's see. I forgot what I'm gonna do for food today because I don't want to go to the grocery store because then I'm not gonna have like. It's probably just gonna end up eating Chipotle again. You know. Oh, I had these really good burritos yesterday. They had like street corn in them. That was really good. Yeah, market's probably going to be slow as it just kind of gets ready for NFP. Disciplines your downfall. Try and, like, you guys got to try and look at, like, what I do sometimes, and it's like if I miss one or I'm like, something kind of feels weird, like, that's fine. I'm just not going to touch it. The only reason why I was like, I'd play AMAT today when the market is giving me the flashing yellow light is, one, you kind of saw some decent trade news, and we do know that there's a high likelihood that we do get some more over the weekend, but also it's because of this being just a perfect A+ setup, and it's like, all right, well, I'll take that, you know? Because then it has the ability to do this and give us such a nice head start. And it's not sized like crazy either. It's not like I'm going nuts with this. But, like, other than that, I'm not going to touch anything. I'd ideally like to be able to make that free today, too. So, like, I have zero risk going into non-farm payrolls. That'd be great. Then the long weekend could get crazy. We got a market that's looking for just kind of the next the next narrative of where it wants to go. The interesting thing, and I mentioned this on the private stream this morning, is that if Donald Trump wants rate cuts in July, he can't extend the trade deadline. Because if he extends the trade deadline, the Fed is then going to just feed into the nonsense that they keep doing. And they're like, oh, no, the tariff rates are still really high. And it's like, yeah, but they're not going to be. Just eventually, you know? And there's a pause on it, too. It's like, I don't know, man. Is Amazon setting up? I don't think so. But we can look. Yeah, it is. No, Amazon looks good. It's not perfect, and Bezos was selling again. I saw that yesterday. Bezos was selling a little bit, which is why this probably happened, and it was a little wonky. But yeah, that one is starting to set up again. That can definitely be one that we look for next week. But team, it's 11:45. That is going to wrap up the stream for today. For those of you guys that still need to come in and take advantage of the 50% off your first month deal to the group, again, it is legitimately only $1 a day for you guys to hop in. It is the most no-brainer thing to come in and learn how to nail these just epic multi-100 percenters with us when they do fire all the time. So again, that link is there for you guys. You guys get access to all of the course curriculum videos, the daily private live streams, the full watch list of stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do, the pre-market plans, the macro research reports, single stock research reports, market research report, weekly market research reports, and direct access to me all the time to answer all of your questions. So again, it's very highly reviewed for a reason. You guys can see how the people that hang around in here talk about it. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. Especially if you guys are like serious and want to actually like start taking advantage of all these moves in the market. We have a lot of really fun opportunity coming up, I think. And I think you guys have, I know you guys have seen it over the last few weeks here, just the amount of epic trades that we've all been able to hit. So if you guys want to jump in there, learn how to do that with us, make sure you guys do before it's too late. So team, have a great rest of your day. What do you think about rolling over calls on what? And why? You know? Like, it's on what and why would be the question that I would ask. Are they sold? Are they bought? Are, like, I don't think I've ever rolled. That's not true. Angles? No. Peace out. All right, guys. I will see you later. Peace.